Welcome back, everybody, to tonight's official coverage of Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 7. Just finished up qualifying. A couple of technical problems with the YouTube, doing YouTubey stuff. So we are back here for race 6 at Misano. As always, Davo here, and tonight, J-Man back with me. J-Man.
Yeah, no, good to be back, and you know, it's good to see that YouTube, you know, still the same. Now, you know, I've got back. It still occasionally does YouTube and things. So,
Not much
hey,
has
look,
changed.
we might just use out to embark on their formation lap, just to touch base on this championship. And
Yes.
you and I talking off here just briefly earlier, and Lucas Keys, just an outstanding performance so far this season in that Nissan GDR. Out there doing the business, out to 1,555 points over Brandon Webley on 1280. But that next one, which before YouTube rudely cut us off, we were about to talk about the importance of what was the Shane Fodderdo lap, challenging Nick Firth for that position in the qualifying there, because they are 1,070 points apiece, so effectively sharing that third position.
Yep.
Over Pete Dawson in fifth, and then Matty Clark, Tony Spence. Now, Tony Spence, once again, out of the Pro-Am stable there, currently 7th outright, is a fantastic job over Steve Crossan in 8th. And then George Goddard as well, another Pro-Am driver inside the 10, as is Lee Perkins. So Pro-Am's really, you know, I love this part of the journey for these guys and girls when they get to this point and they really start knocking on the door of what will be, I'm sure, in the near future, an opportunity to race with the pros. And, you know, consistency and pace certainly shows what those guys are doing
For sure.
to be inside the 10. So it's a great story there from certainly those three drivers there. And Werner Golombek not too far behind there, P11. Louis van der Venter, I think you updated me there. Louis having a fantastic segment of races there. Obviously a little bit of bad luck here and there, but the guy's got some pace and's really taken well to that Bentley Continental. Joseph Marnie as well in there. So a string of Pro-Ams here, and then Costas really coming to terms with that Audi R8. Some good performances early in the season, and then a couple of donuts there in previous rounds just gone by. So Costas, you know, we're used to seeing this guy run somewhere up the front. Craig McConnell as well. Good round by the look of it at Nord. So Craig looking for a good performance out of the Mustang tonight here, I'm sure. Gunther Rose 16th. Danny Kim, outstanding performance tonight for Dan. Up there, 17th outright in the championship, but certainly racing and punching well above his weight, qualifying in P9 outright here tonight. And then we keep going down the list. First page, we certainly see Ben Lay, one of the guys that new to the series here. He's in that first page 90 in the outright, but look, we'll pick up a little bit more on that later as we do see the guys and girls out there cycling up for this 60-minute feature race here at Misano here, round 6, 60 minutes here, and a CPS for fuel, as we've mentioned earlier, and track cuts be probably the flavour of the night for some, I think.
You think so, J-Man?
Yeah.
Yes, of course we do. Of course we do. Look, it's just the nature of some of these tracks, and this one in particular. Look, we saw it in qualifying, we saw it in pre-race practice. It's, you know, when these guys are really pushing hard, they use all of the track and some. And look, unsighted in the heat of battle, easily done, particularly around here. As we see the boys and girls, Matty T back from injury as well. Provisional, well, not provisional, in second position, on the front row next to Lucas Keys. T-Fam, the man. God, haven't called his name in a race for ages. T-Fam and poking it there in third for second row with Webley. Crossland, Fotterdo, then Firth, Spence and Danny Kim and Macrolos. J-Man, what a class top 10 that is there. Directly under that, or just below that, should I say, Gunther, Clark, Goddard, Henderson, Collins, Dawson, Bewley, newcomer Bewley, Warren, Ichikawa, Bella, McConnell, and the list goes on. 28 here tonight. Good turnout.
That is a very, very good turnout. So just looking at that, yeah, some good performances there. Crossland P5 qualifying. It's going to bode well.
Definitely.
Currently racing out of 8th in the championship. So Tony Spence, he's P7 in the championship and only a couple of spots behind him as well. So I'll leave the start procedure up to you. Thanks for joining us, viewers. We're about to go green.
We are about to go green, and pretty quickly here on Rainlight Racing's round 6 in their 2024 GT3 Series 7 here at Misano. We have a green light. Lucas Keys, Matty T, T-Fam and Webley. Look at T-Fam on Webley.
Yep,
straight away, cross. All pretty orderly in the background. Spence very loose. Bit of evasive in the background there. Bit of to and fro, and Spence very loose still. 3 wide.
Crossland super aggressive at the start. Looks good.
Yeah, holds his position on Fotterdo, as does T-Fam on Webley, J-Man. So those guys all kept that pretty well together. Crossland on Fotterdo. I don't know whether that was a position change. So they've just toed and froed there in the opening few corners here as we watch. That's Kim and Spence, is it?
Yeah,
it is too.
Yeah, they were trading. Kim down a couple of spots. But look, he was pretty keen on trying to get that back from Spence.
Look at this in the background. It's Dawson, Bewley, Collins, Warren. Lap 1.
Yeah, side by side there.
McConnell in amongst it with the big Bentley of Van der Venter. Actually, he's just tagged on the back of Ichikawa now. And Van der Venter having to cover. Delay. Bunched up. Typical first lap shenanigans here. Looks like Golomic going backwards. No, that's... Who's that in the... that is Perkins. Struggling a little bit. Warren in the pit. Immediately. Kim on Clark. This is heated. 3 wide.
It's going to go 3 wide down here.
That's the MATCHFIT car in there of HENDO as well.
Yeah, and he just
slotted in there. Is he going to do it again?
He's going to be left on the outside of Kim here. Can he cut back down?
And look what's going in the background there too.
Yeah, that's
Dawson and Goddard.
No, it's actually Dawson and who is that? That's Bewley in there as well, and Collins. It's not over, Davo. And there's a 3 wide just up in front as well. That's
Kim and Henderson. And that's Goddard. Goddard's. Look at it. Look at it, Hendo having to defend now. Oh, he's going in.
Side by side, Brave through there. Still side by side.
Oh, Hendo compromised.
Kim prevails in that one briefly.
And look at how this is bunched up behind him here. This is lap 2. Very tight field. Very orderly start. And that's what keeps these fields so bunched here in these opening laps, isn't it, J-Man? When these guys get such clean starts, they are so close together. Look at it in the background.
Oh, I'd say it's so close coming out of that final turn. Who was that? Craig McConnell.
McConnell.
Oh, was there a little touch there on the Ichikawa Porsche?
Oh, they're at it. Like it's lap 1, T1.
Oh, and that's
so we got McConnell, Van der Venter, Warren and Lay just trading positions, and it actually goes back further than into I think it's Marnie.
Ichikawa gets a 5-second penalty.
Oh no, as McConnell just dips down the inside of him there.
A little bit more love taps going on there. Bit of gizzing. Love that. And who has got the front row seat for this? Louis Van der Venter tucking that big ass Bentley right up beside. Wow. Very, very close stuff. And this will sort them out. This will break them up as they split into these sparring sessions with each other, isn't it, J-Man? Yep. Something to think about a little bit later on in this race is you called Kostas Makrolos going for an early pit stop. I think he was the first pit stopper. He was a 5-second stop with a 48 stationary. Tony Spence also, I just saw him peel out of that battle just briefly as well.
Smart move.
And he was a 10-second and a 53 outright. So just, I guess it's the 222 car I'm going to look at. He's got a lot of fresh air. 5-second stop is a very quick splash and dash. So it'll be interesting to see what all the clean track does for him later on this race.
For sure. And look, I mean, perfect time to come in early like that in a race like this at the moment. These guys are so tight, and the battles are hot. But only 60 minutes tonight. Get in, get that compulsory fuel stop done, and get out. Get in some clean air.
How's the Kim Henderson Goddard Dawson battle? Oh, who was that? That was looked like George Goddard just got a little loose, and Dawson managed to round the outside of him there. So he's just taken that spot away. And I tell you, the battle also, Ichikawa got the 5-second penalty hanging over him, but he has got Craig McConnell, Louis Van der Venter, and Ben Lay, Warren and Worcester. And then I think Golombek's still in touch with that as well. A little bit of a gap back from there, back to Kramer and Marnie, Harrison Bella. And then we'd go back to the Kostas Makrolos pit-stopped car. So a bit of a gap there, but I think this race is going to come back to Kostas. And also T-Fam really starting to put some heat on Matty T. Oh, he gets a little bit wrong into the second to last. Oh, hang on, no, that's the starter lap. So it was turn 1-2. He just got caught out under brakes there. Incredibly close to the back of Matty's Mustang right there. So did a great job not to tag her and turn around and just up ahead.
It looked like it might have been contact there, but it didn't seem to affect the Mustang too much. So very lucky there for those two. So Madison doing a stellar job as usual, not being able to tag on to the back of Keys.
Oh, Warren, Worcester, Van der Venter going off right now.
Still has T-Fam on her case here, and here we go. Worcester on Warren, the Mustang, the power of the Mustang. Bam, there you go. That's Van der Venter as well.
Yeah,
getting involved.
As well. So it just looks like different phases of the track. The cars are... Oh, big send around the outside from Warren.
It just doesn't make it stick.
It was a full send, that one. And then the back of shot as well. You can also see that the Kramer, Marnie, Bella battle starting to heat up as well. So good stuff going on there. Going to pick up on the Makrolos lap times. Currently lapping last lap round of 34.9. Just trying to see about where that pace is at. So leaders lapping on a mid 33. Matty T 33.7. Fam 33.9. So we were talking about a 34.9 last lap round, so not his best lap, I don't think. Best lap is a 34.4. So a 34.9 would be somewhere around P15 Ben Collins pace at the moment, based on that last lap. So somewhere around about P15, 16 pace. So Macrolos needs to utilise this fresh air, and I'll give you an update. Okay, so there you go. That's better, 34.2. It's more like the pace upwards of the top 5. So good strategy here from Costas. Would be interesting to see how that works out. But in the interim, T-Fam still absolutely peppering the back of Matty T, as you can see there on screen. Lots and lots of pace in the McLaren over the Mustang, especially under brakes and into the apex, the middle of the corner. You can just see the distance that T-Fam closes up on the Mustang. However, we know the Mustang's got big punch off the corners. About to see it again now. See Matty will just come out onto the front straight and see how much this Mustang can stretch the legs down towards turn 1. A few car lengths already. And then we'll see T-Fam very, very good at the apex under brakes, closes right back up again. So McLaren very, very good through the middle of the corner.
And it's the initial punch off the corner, isn't it, that the Mustang's getting? It's that little bit of torque that it gets, because the top speeds don't always show, do they, in favour of the Mustang? It's just the way it delivers its power once it's got some grip out of the corner. So nice work once again from
Bewley, Goddard, Dawson.
Oh God, these guys at it. Look at the trainer cars there. So it goes up to, I think it starts at Danny Kim, Hendo, Dawson, Goddard, Bewley, and then then it just steps back a little bit to Collins, Ichikawa, and McConnell, and you can sort of see it. You can also still see him back a shot there, ladies and gentlemen. But the Bentley boys, Dawson and Hendo, in the MATCHFIT entertainment car. Running through this series of super fast right-handers here. Slowly winding down to this hairpin. Dawson's smooth as silk, J-Man.
Yeah, very much settled down. The pack settled down. There's still a lot of close stuff going on, but when you just look at that pack there, the couple of Bentleys there just looking nice and smooth. Just be waiting for a mistake or an opportunity to present itself, but I don't think there's anything to be forced right now. We're just in that early phase of the race. We're only around, 11 and a half, 12 minutes in. Still been plenty of action already. Sam's still pressing on, trying to work his way past Matty T. I feel like if he probably can get past, he may be able to just check out a little bit. He's got that the mid-corner flow of that car going very, very nicely, and I think it'll be too much for this techie circuit for that Mustang to handle if he can get that track position. However, track position is in the favour of Matty, and she won't give that up easy. Firth as well, it's another battle I'm watching intently as well. So Firth and Crossland doing a great job. Qualified P5, currently holds that position with Firth chasing him down, and Firth look to try and clear Crossy if he can at some point to try and put a car between himself and the car of Nick Firth, who he is level in the championship with. So it'll be those little milestones as we pass the halfway mark in this championship that these guys will start looking at. It'll be inch by inch. First secure P3 and then work on the rest.
Yeah, the attitude of Froday's car there, just in the last 10 seconds through that final quarter there on Crossland, he's pushing. You can just see it in the body language of the car. Not pushing to keep up, but pushing to get ahead. So what have we got? Crossy, Frodday, Firth, 5th, 6th and 7th respectively there. You think Crossy's putting himself in between that OES car and the Firthy's fish finger Ferrari.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if the gamesmanship's quite there yet. It's probably a little bit early. I think you and I could speculate all night, but maybe not quite. But he's certainly doing a good job. And look, Webley's not getting away from Crossland either. So just bear in mind that
Yep.
Webley last lap round 34.2, Crossland on 34.1, Whātaro 34.2. So you do drop into the 33s when you look towards T-Fam, Maddie and Lucas Keys. Lucas Keys was the fastest lap of the race of a 33.1. Last lap was a 33.6. So
Yep.
he is on the gas.
Oh, Goddard around, just picking it up on the replay, actually just tagging the back of Pete Dawson's Bentley there, turning both of those cars. Goddard redressing the situation, but yeah, a few positions lost there from the boys. That's actually bunched up Ichikawa there and Collins, and look at these two go. Aston Martin v Porsche here into the final corner here.
Oh, heaps of respect, heaps of room given.
Heaps of room given by Collins. Drag race down to T1 from the boys.
And that's McConnell. That's McConnell back shot now. He had a little bit of an argument about some real estate with Ichikawa earlier on, and so he'll still want to stay in touch because a little bit of contact up into turn 4 there. So not scared of trading a bit of paint tonight, is McConnell.
Yeah, showing some good form. J-Man's qualified reasonably well. Raced really well last week as well. So
down the inside.
And Vorsis again, plenty of respect from Collins. Great spatial awareness from Ben, not the Stig, Collins.
Look for an undercut here.
Oh no!
Dawson will line up here too, mate. He'll have probably the run by the time they get down to the next corner.
Yeah, so that's a recovery, Dawson, as well, mind you.
Yep.
And look, doesn't get it done into the first king.
So, just want to touch base again. I was picking up on the early strategy from Kostas Makrolos. Now, the downside to that formula there is he has caught the back of Warren, Kramer and Marnie. So he's going to have to try and dispatch these guys pretty quickly without upsetting the lap time too much, because that'll compromise the strategy a little bit. And he's right there with them now. So
yeah, and like you were saying, it's about getting it done quickly, isn't it? You know, so it doesn't compromise your move forward.
Oh, and just like guys, that, look at that.
Tags one of the Ferraris there. Who was that? Warren's car.
Yeah. So and that's the byproduct, mate. When you do that, you don't get it done cleanly. You'll be certainly would have caught the attention of the stewards, I'm sure.
Yeah. As they both just try and find their rhythm again there. Both of those cars will have hot rears on them, won't they? The tyres would have just got a spike there. Dawson in the pits as well. J-Man getting out of that little to and fro that he was in. We were just picking up on before we picked up on this. So yeah, these guys, plenty to think about. We are only 18 minutes into this race.
Dawson must have had some damage, eh? He's the longest stopper we've seen through the lane tonight. A 32-second stop sees him go around about a minute 15, I think, outright. Yeah, so 32 seconds is a long stop when you're just splashing and dashing for fuel. So Dawson obviously repairing that car. I think, the best of the best so far is Makrolos with a 5-second stop, and then we go to a 10-second for Tony Spence, 13 for Lee Perkins, Ben Lay with a 21-second stop, and then, as I mentioned, Pete Dawson, 32. We got Louis van der Venter in the lane also as we speak, so interesting to see the strategy there for Mr. van der Venter.
So, was it Ben Vendor in the pits, J-Man?
Yep. And so he's looking towards what will be, yeah, so he's in for a reasonable amount of time as well. So cars will be pretty comfortable on a 60-minute race to press the tyre through that duration. Plus, wouldn't need a lot of fuel, I wouldn't think. But Louis sees a 21-second stop also. So interesting. Could be a myriad of factors there. Could be a little bit of damage or something going on. It's been pretty rough and ready in the mid packs. Plenty going on. Fam, still right with Matty T there, mate.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Lucas just stretched his legs just that little bit more, but with those guys in battle, but they're not that far behind compared to normal.
So who's that? Nick Firth's right up behind one of the BMWs. Who is that? That's really allowed Gunther Rowe to close in on this battle, and that's not what Nick Firth needs. There is a blue flag waving. That car does get out the way. I believe that was probably that was the lay car. So that's certainly given plenty of attention for Firthy.
That's Clark's. The other BMW you can see actually coming up in behind that little group there is Clark as well in the number 3 car. Trying to stay in touch with these guys. So, oh, here we go. Drag race from the Mustang on the outside. Woo.
Yeah. And also just to mention too, Steve Crossland within a half a second of Brandon Webley now. So sort of forward off of the attack from Shane Fodderno and really forge forward to go and put some pressure on Brandon Webley now for that 4th spot. So good opening showing here from Crossy. Still got 39 odd minutes to go. And now Webley has to try and dispatch, I believe that's Pete Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson,
probably
well
Crossy
aware what's going on there. Yeah, and that's Fodderno just tucking up in behind Dawson as well. But Dawson more than aware of what's going on around him there. Great racecraft from all of those guys. But so that's Webley, Crossland, Fodderno, J-Man, isn't it?
It is. It is good to see Hendo knocking on the door of a top 10 in the MATCHFIT car. Well, he's chasing down Danny Kim. Now, Danny Kim's done a stellar job here tonight from what was a very, very good qualifying and still finds himself in the 10. Obviously, there's a couple of guys potentially stopped maybe in front of him. I think probably only with Macrolos and potentially Spence maybe in that mix. So, Danny Kim doing a phenomenal job tonight. I think certainly stand out tonight.
Oh, definitely. Crossy stand out as well. Great performance so far. I haven't given the SIMBLACKS, the 43 SIMBLACKS McLaren too much airtime. I dare give him the commentator's curse, but look, that Steve Crossland qualified early, definitely comfortable with the car here tonight. Set some really good times early in qualifying and has raced really well, J-Man. Provisional 5th, but tucked in behind Webley. Fodderno is not going to get out of his mirrors, though.
No, and be interested to see. Obviously, Crossy's going to battle with a couple of Mustangs to see what the rear tyres on those Mustangs look like towards the back end of this. Obviously, won't be any tyre changing going on for these front runners. So it'll be all about who can minimise or maximise the amount of fuel. But doesn't Crossy look good right now?
No, it looks... I can't believe he's just tagged up on the back of Webley here and looking to put pressure on him. And that's not the Crossy that I've seen this season so far. So, yeah, spectacular to watch. It's looking
Collins
awesome.
Goddard, side by side. down there in 15th and 16th. There was a trade of positions there. It was Goddard just making a move on Ben Collins. Good passing opportunity down there. Drive through for track limits. It's the first one we're going to see tonight. Won't be the last, I don't think. That is Harrison Bella.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. One of the Ferraris there, the Marlboro car.
So still a fair few drivers. There's not many have opted for the option of coming in early. Now, who did I just see? That was Macrolos Omani getting that done. Obviously, he's pit stop, but still running in the mid 34s. Crossland. T-Fam now closing that gap back to Matty. It blew out to just over a second. Maybe just had a little bit of a cool-off period, let those tyres settle, and he's coming in for another attack.
Yeah, Crossland looking very pointy in the number 43 McLaren tonight. The SIMBLACKS McLaren, mind you. Now, look at how much pressure he's applying to the back of Webley's Mustang.
Yeah, I wonder if Webley's going to come in here shortly. Just looks a little bit out of rhythm. Might be a bad time heading towards that halfway mark just to come in and get that splash of dash. There's probably enough gap now, and the potential for maybe some of the rest of the field to peel in and do that pit stop that he won't get maybe caught up as maybe as bad as maybe Macrolos did. But just looking at that time, try and give you a count back on that.
Let's just get a bit of in-car there. We'll just sit on Crossy there for a little bit and watch him see how he works this thing. A lot of opposite lock from both of those drivers, both Webley and Crossland.
Yeah, it's very interesting that in the space of a lap, you can see just the margins just blew out there a little bit to around that 1.2 seconds. And, you know, potentially you couldn't see behind. Obviously no mirror and camera shot, but Fotodo with a lot of pressure in behind there as well. So just in the space of a lap, you can see what happens there. Just another pickup as well. Danny Kim.
Yep.
Pulling a move there on Nathan Bewley as well. So that's still going on. That's not done. And they have got, oh, who's that? Matty Clark and Gunther Rowe, bumper to bumper, coming down the back straight, heading into the triple rights. Very, very close. Trying to get a pick up there. Oh, yeah, so Matty Clark, he's very much shadowing Gunther Rowe. Now, Rowe was putting a lot of pressure early on Nick Firth. However, it's around about 2.7 to
Danny
3
Kim.
seconds.
Danny Kim into
Danny
the
Kim.
pits.
Yep. We'll get a read on that time for your viewers and yourself, Davo, of that pit stationary time. $10 seconds, so not too bad, not too bad. Obviously, nobody matched the macro loss time stationary on the jacks, but as you see, Danny Kim coming out of the lane, that is macro loss coming past him now. So that's definitely going to see, I believe, Macrolos still working his way inside the 10 somewhere. I'm thinking somewhere around about P7, P8. A little bit of rough calculations on the times. And he's definitely working on a top 10 as we see Danny Kim come out of the lane. But back to what would be the Gunther Rowe, Matty Clark battle. It's a hot one. T-Fam all the way over the back of Matty now. Cannot find a way past. Oh, or if I spoke too soon, there's an inside move there. Not quite. Gets the run out of 4. Matty covers straight away.
These are the McLaren's looking strong tonight too.
It is looking very, very strong. Looking for the cutback. The car's so good down on the inside of the corner. Makes the apex beautifully.
Just doesn't have the punch though. Look at in the background there too. That's actually a couple of back markers. I think it's Hendo and
yeah, that might be that's the Perkins car.
That is the Perkins. It is Hendo and Perkins just tucked in behind that.
A lot more pit stops taking place now. A lot of 10-second stops in there. Collins 27, Ichikawa 24, Bewley 13, Danny Kim 10, Tony Spence 10. No one's touched that 5-second stop from Macrolos yet. A couple of big ones in there, like I said, Hendo with a 32, Warren with 25, and also Dawson with a 32. So it'll be a few interesting stories post-race around what went on there, why that had to happen. Like I said, all speculation from up here, but potential damage or maybe even not happy with that set of tyres and maybe bolted one on, because I think 32 seconds you'd get around that. So Lucas Key's doing a good job out there, 7.5 seconds ahead of Maddie and T-Fam, and I said that.
Yeah,
like that because there's nothing separating those two.
They're just bunched up behind Ichikawa at the moment. We're looking over the rear wing of the Porsche.
Yep.
Getting a flash of the headlights from Matty T there, I noticed, in the Mustang.
Matty at the big send down the inside. Oh, look at this!
Go Steve! Oh, it's on! T-Fam pass! What happened there?
Oh, so that was just managing just the traffic a little bit better. Matty will be a bit of red mist about the blue flags potentially there.
Okay,
and,
let's pick this up. Pick it up on the replay here, J-Man.
Yep.
On Helicam. So Matty T like you said, sending it down the inside there, but running wide, T-Fam sending it down the inside as well, but making it stick. And that's it pretty well in a nutshell. Different parts of the corner. And that McLaren, I would suspect, is going to just take off from here. We've got a little over 26 minutes to go.
Now, I'm not sure. I thought I saw a penalty flash up for the 21 car, which I think was Harrison Bellas. Now, I can't see him on the list, so not sure what happened there, but we may have lost one.
Oh, no. Hendo trading positions, I think, still with Perkins. As those guys at it again, it's going to be a drag race.
Yep. Also, Crossland, Webley is as close as it's been. Is also
Clark and Rowe.
Yep. We got into that halfway point, and the boys have wound the wick up. Werner Golombek as well with Ken Worcester. Hits going off.
So the Clark Rowe battle, that's actually ranging up on the back of
Firth again.
No, yeah,
No.
it's a recovering
it's
Dawson actually in the Bentley.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so they're right there, and that battle is going. Look at this here.
Oh!
Clark, he just cleared the nose there from the back quarter, left quarter of Gunther Rowe's Mustang, and he did a great job to do that. Would have sent that Mustang into a pirouette just before pit entry, so he did a good job there. Now we do have T-Fam from P3 into the pit lane. It's an important stop. Be important to see what sort of time frame. Now this is interesting. He's heading towards the tyre change here, upwards of 28, 29, 30. If we see it go 32, I'm going to say he's going to fire a tyre on this thing. 35 seconds. 35 second stop. That's a tyre.
That's a tyre.
That's a definite tyre strategy.
You watch how fast this thing will go though.
So let me get a read.
24 minutes, 24 and a half minutes to go. That's a sensible move, isn't it?
Well, look, you know, it depends what your opposition's doing, because, I mean, he was comfortably battling Matty. Lucas Keys was too far out in front, and they had a bit of margin over, they had around 10 seconds over Webley. So, look, if Webley comes in and makes a tyre last and does a 5-second fuel splash, what is going on? That was T-Fam morph back to pit lane, got a stop go 30, and he's gone. Good night, nurse. That is night over for T-Fam. What a shame, because that was such a fantastic battle we were witnessing between himself and Madison. So condolences there, Mr. Fam. However, back to Crossland Webley, that is going off. Also, Matty Clark, Gunther Rowe, that's still going. So we'll still pick up on the action that we do have here, Davo.
Yeah, definitely, as we just get out of the front of Matty Clark's car as he chases the Mustang of the Gorilla Racing Mustang of Gunther Rowe.
Yeah, look, these guys have been locked into this battle for some time now, and look, it's a disciplined battle. I think we just saw the attitude and respect and intent that we just saw out of Matty Clark, just clearing the nose of the car underneath the back quarter of Gunther Rowe there just a lap and a half ago, and really bodes well for it really bodes well for how this battle's going to shape up. Good question there, Mr. Marsh. Till Lucas Keys pits. Well, he's got around just on the 10-second mark, so maybe he's waiting to see what Matty T does. If Matty goes in front, does she do a splash and dash, or does she do a tyre? I would think that if she does a tyre, the control and pace that Lucas Keys has got, you'd expect that he'd probably just splash and dash it and drive it home.
Yeah. Marnie sneaking into the pits there too, J-Man. And Clark still on road. Let's give Lucas Keys a little bit of airtime, actually, while we're just talking about him.
Yeah, 34-1, last lap around, best lap of a 33-1 for the race. So, look, the deltas that I'm seeing on my totem match the colour of his rims for me. So,
yeah, pretty well.
Yep.
It's all in those rims.
It is.
So, a masterclass again from a Master Lucas Keys in the number 14 Datsun. Matty T second, Brandon Webley third, Crossland, Nick Firth, Gunther Rowe, Matty Clark, McConnell, Goddard, and Fudado. Actually, Fudado
With a 5-second stop, mate. So he matched the Macrolos time. He matched the pit time of Macrolos in a 5-second splash and dash.
Okay, so what are they doing there, J-Man, to get a 5-second fuel stop? So they're loaded at the beginning.
Yep.
And they're just literally splashing the car.
Bare minimum. Yep, bare minimum. You could call, you know, like I'm pretty sure some of the viewers have got a bit more intel on what the accuracy is around a pit stop than I do, but I would expect that a 1 or 2 litre dump would be somewhere around that 5 seconds by the time they're stationary on the jack.
Yep.
And then get out of it. So well done to them. And that'll serve Shane Fodderdo well in that battle, I believe, with Steve Crossland. It really sets the benchmark now into what is Webley and Crossland going to do with their stops, because if they take a tyre,
Clark in.
he will leapfrog them. Okay, so Matty Clark in the lane. See what Clarkie does.
Yeah, he was right on the tail of Gunther Rowe. Just pick it up in car with Steve Crossland as well in the number 43 SIMBLACKS McLaren. Let's get some vision on that thing. Look at it. Stunning
7 seconds
looking car.
for Matty Clark.
Okay, so he's reading out of the same handbook.
Yep.
Hendo only a couple of tenths away from the back of Ichikawa, putting loads of pressure on the Bentley guys, really feeling the pressure tonight. Ichikawa just literally getting out of that.
Who's the drive-through for? Car number 2. Who is that? Is it 2? It will be Matty Clark. Cops a drive-through for his troubles going through pit stop.
No.
Did a great job with a 7-second stop. However, must have sped a little or something's gone on.
It's a 7-second stop.
Yeah, so that takes him out of the Gunther Rowe battle, so that gives Rowe a bit of a reprieve. However, it's still, for me, all about what Steve Crossland does. He will have his eyes firmly set on the battle with Brandon Webley. However, he needs to consider the strategy that's just been put in play by Shane Fodderdo.
Fodderdo's 5-second, yep.
Yep, Fodderdo was right with these two and could easily undercut them if they don't get this perfectly right when they do decide to come in.
Crossy looks so on point tonight, J-Man, in the SIMBLACKS McLaren. Like, he is like Crossy of old. He is so focused. Look at how accurate this car is tonight.
Good battle in the back of shot too from Perkins and Collins. I've been seeing that flash up for quite a while now. So those two very much, you know, P18, P19, and you're looking at the battle, which is P3 and P4. But those guys are going at it behind them as well.
So they're holding pretty good pace, actually, Perkins and Collins, mind you.
They are.
They haven't sort of lost too much there. And if you just look in the back shot there, you can see that is Nick Firth and...
It's Louis Van de Venter.
Oh, is it? So yeah. Firth's out in clean air, isn't he?
Yeah, he is in clean air, for sure. Still unpit stopped. He hasn't made his stop yet, so...
Yeah.
And here comes Crossy. This is an important stop. Very, very good on entry. Very aggressive. Arrests the car down. Gets it down perfectly on the pit lane speed limiter. He'd be well aware that he would have seen up in his screen that that the 2 car got a drive-through recently after his pit stop. So maybe a little refresher to do all the good things right as you do make these pit stops. And Crossland is looking at 9 seconds. So Just be aware, where is Shane Fodderdo? Here he comes. He's coming around the final corner.
Long exit here.
Oh, I think Crossland might be okay. Oh, actually, no.
There goes
It's going to be very, very tight.
So
he's got him. That is the difference.
Only just.
That is the difference.
There
5
it is.
seconds. 5 seconds plays 9. Both on an old tyre.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
So the other one to consider in this battle will be, what does Webley do?
What does Webley do?
He's staying out. He's staying out. So, yeah, we won't know yet. And the chat's alive, wondering what Lucas Keys is going to do. I think the ball's in his court right now.
That's the next question, isn't it? Really. So who have we got unpitted here? Let's have a look. Keys, Matty, Webley, Firth, Rowe, McConnell, Goddard, and Golombek.
Yep.
It's sort of spread the field a little bit here.
It has a little bit. Just looking, Goddard, McConnell. It's
actually
still a battle. Goddard's in the lane, so you'd be a little bit riding on this because he was under a second, I believe. Okay, we'll get a read on that. "13-second stop for Goddard. Trying to pick up, see where that's going to come out. Here goes Keys. Righto, Webley comes around again. Does he come in this lap, or does he carry on? He carries on, so he's another one, much like Lucas Keys and Matty T. He's going to press on, as is Firthy.
Oh, look, we'll just pick up on a replay of that. Actually, looks like a Warren and Kramer and Costas Makalos just getting a bit tangled up there down the end of one of the straightaways there. Unfortunate incident. Just the slightest of contact between those 3 cars.
Oh. and they all succumbed to it.
They all did, and it's just like all very gentlemanly, like, no, you go first. They all sort of carried on. But yeah, very awkward situation there as we pick up back on the action, and Makalos sneaks on through past those guys. So very difficult situation. Like you mentioned, I think earlier, J-Man, about where Makalos, like looking for that strategy, might have just sort of put himself a little bit further back than he wanted to be, like, and just sort of having to come through some of that lap traffic. So, interesting stuff.
Update on Fodderdo and Crossland as well. Obviously, not much between that battle there. Fodderdo getting track position after that little rain of pit stops there.
Yep.
However, Crossland very much in touch. Last lap round, 34.8 for Fodderdo, 34.3 for Crossland, and more importantly, 35.0 for Brandon Webley. So just making little inroads into that margin, while they're out there. Done their pit stop and lapping slightly quicker than Webley. He's vulnerable, because, I mean, he has to go in there and do a 5-second stop. That's
minimum. That's it.
Absolutely.
He's just got to do it.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's going to see himself go from what has been a very, very solid P3 to, I think, maybe down to P5.
Yep. I'm thinking the same thing at the moment, and I'm sure he is as well. So.
Yep.
So, the pressure is on Fodderdo.
McConnell into the lane. So now McConnell was very much engaged in a battle I think, early with Ichikawa, who had a 5-second penalty, so that took him out of it. So potentially maybe somewhere around Goddard. Maybe Clark, but Clark's been through the lane a couple of times, so that might be a little bit optimistic.
Yeah, Clark is with Rowe.
5-second stop for McConnell, though. Very, very good stop. Where does he come out? There goes Danny Kim, side by side with, who is that? Nathan Bewley. Those guys are trading. They are going, it's like a parade lap, side by side through turns 1, 2, 3. Kim gets the better of that one. Be a night to remember for Danny Kim, I think. So that's a great stop there from McConnell. Sees himself come out ahead of Goddard.
Yeah.
And ahead of Clark.
He's actually
drive-through penalty for the 99 car.
Van der Venter. Is it Van der Venter? It is Van der Venter.
Damn,
it is Louis. So,
yep. So that'll be track infringement, I believe.
And Matty T coming up behind the McConnell Mustang. Couple of Mustangs here, and McConnell very aware of one of the leaders sneaking past there. Bewley and Kim just trading places as well. J-Man, try and pick that up on the replay actually.
So on that note, McConnell post pit stops is up a legitimate 9 positions. So very, very good night there for Craig. Quietly working away. Got into some really spirited battles at the start with Ichikawa and a couple other guys. Goddard as well, I think, and came out on the right side of the ledger too. So he's raced really well tonight. Right, now Webley, what are you doing? Are you coming in? No. So that is Steve Crossland clearing one of the back cars. I think that was the Lay car, Ben Lay car that they just wound up.
And Van der Venter into the pits.
Yep, going to go and clear that penalty.
So we've still got Keys, Matty T, Webley, Firth, and Rowe yet to hit. J-Man, Spence starting. It's actually tagged on the back of the 222 car of
Macrolos. Yeah.
Macrolos there, so not sure what's going on there. Macrolos again, another tough night for Macrolos. J-Man.
Yeah, but I think that
I think he's still in good stead.
Strat did him well on P8. I think looking at, we'll try and calculate some margins there. 20 seconds behind Crossland, 40. Both those guys have stopped. No, that might be it for Macrolos, I think, tonight. I think that may be as good as he can see. He'll have to just see if he can hold off the hard-charging 420 McLaren of Tony Spence, who just shows the nose down into turn 3, turn 4.
Oh, look, Spence, this is Spence this season in a nutshell. Look at this.
Yep.
He's racing. He's like racing to win. Spence clearly upped his game.
A good fight here. Good fight being put on by Macrolos. He's not going to roll over on this one.
Good clean stuff.
I can get a read on these two in the championship. And Tony Spence currently racing out of P7. Costas Macrolos out of P14 in the championship. So top 8 will do him, serve him well here tonight, Costas.
If he can hang on to it, J-Man.
Pretty much. Now Webley well amongst the traffic now. He's got Ichikawa up in front of him. And it looks like, is that Golombek just behind him? So he's in the thick of it. Last lap round for Webley, 35.1. Fodado, 34.6. So once again, another 7 tenths or 5 to 6 tenths to the favour of Fodado.
And it's coming down to the wire here. We've got, look, just 6.5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, in Rain Like Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 7, round 6 here at Misano. Seen a lot of action already tonight.
Here comes Firthy. Firthy to the lane, Davo. He's had enough. Wants to get this done.
We're gonna see. There is like Lucas Keys, Matty T, Webley, Firth, Gunther Rowe yet to pit. Firthy now into the pits. But yeah, these guys having to make decisions very late here. The strategies are coming right down to the wire. Firth into the pits.
To count on Firthy's lap time, he'd be looking somewhere around that 5 seconds if he can nail it. No, it was a 10-second stop. So what does that do? There goes Shane Fodado. There goes Steve Crossland. Where is Macrolos? Okay, isn't at the last corner. So Firthy looking for a top 7 here. 14 car gets a drive-through penalty. That is Lucas Keys, the leader of the race with a drive. That'll be track infringements. Just pushed a little too hard, a little too long. So it may be a gift for Matty.
Yeah, look, well, he's still got a pit stop, and he's going to have to do a drive-through.
Well, he's going to have to do the back-to-back because you certainly don't want to be caught without doing that.
We've got less than 5 minutes to go, J-Man.
Yeah, it's a back-to-back. He's got a back-to-back.
Yeah, this is critical for Lucas now. Matty T in the pits, J-Man off the jacks in the big Mustang.
9-second stop. 9-second stop. So she had plenty of time over Fodado. He is still coming around the back, so no problem there. Matty comes out. So for me, I still think Fodado's in a box seat for a good position here, possibly a second spot here. Could be on the cards here for a P2.
So,
yeah, Lucas Keys will be absolutely shattered with that.
Definitely with it. Yeah, look, with Keys out, like literally that car has to roll through the pits twice now.
Tags the wall on pit entry. So this will be, it'll seem like eternity just rolling through the lane here for a drive-through. What does it actually mean? Because here's Webley. Keys is still rolling through. Webley's still got to stop. So he's still going to get Webley here.
Yeah, and Rowe's got to stop as well. Well, Webley's in.
Webley's in the lane.
Oh, Webley tags the wall as well.
Yep. So Keys still on potentially here for a podium, maybe just off it, maybe still a top 4, even with a double go at it.
A double go at it, you reckon? You reckon he's still got a podium?
Well, he had a good lead. He had a good lead, and that drive-through didn't seem like it took that long. Actually, I'll give you a count on that. That drive-through took Lucas Keys 39 seconds to go through there. Okay, Webley on the jacks.
Oh,
and he's on the jacks for 14, 15, 16, 17.
Wow. Forever.
20. What are you doing? Brandon Webley, you need to be off there.
Oh, Fodado passed in the third.
Oh, my gosh. And who was that? Was that Rowe? Rowe gets in and out.
He's in and out. He's gone.
He's in and out. He's done him. He's done him. So
he's had a buff and a polish.
Webley
did the wheels.
Looked like he took a set of tyres, Webley, 32 seconds.
Way too late for that.
What is the margin? Give us a count on the margins. Lucas Keys still got first position over Matty T by 30.3 seconds. What I can tell you is a transition through the lane with an optimum 5-second stop still takes 47 seconds. So here comes Lucas Keys for his official stop.
J-Man.
And it's going to come down to the wire. I think Matty T's going to grab this.
We've seen some crazy shit here at at Rainlight throughout this season. This is just adding to it.
Matty T being held up here a little bit by Ken Worcester.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now.
Okay, so that's Lucas coming out of the pits. Oh, Matty's coming around the final corner here.
Oh, he still may get this. He's still going to get this.
He might just get this.
It's going to be tight. Here comes Matty. She's coming in hot. Lucas hasn't even got on the loud pedal yet. He's still on the limiter.
She's got it. There it is.
Where is Fododo? Fododo's coming down the front straight, but I think Lucas Key's still on here for a top two. Where is Shane? Now here comes Shane.
No, Fododo's got it. Fododo's got it.
No, he hasn't.
Oh.
No, Keys. What's the margin? Can he chase Matty down on the last lap? I don't think so. It'll be a step too far, but what a fantastic recovery for Lucas Keys to do a double pit stop at the back end of this race. One drive through, one official stop. What was the timer? He aced it, 5 seconds. He needed to do that. He knows how important that was to actually maximise that stop.
The inside of Perkins there, spectacularly. Fododo, so close there too. Just you can see that car in the background, but now it's
not over for Fododo because he's got Crosson right on final lap. Matty's eyes will be like dinner plates here. They just would have just lit up. She's put on a solid performance all night, but probably was pretty chuffed with what looked to be a P2.
No. Close stuff. Spence on row as well.
Matty T for the final corner, Davo. Comes around, takes the checkers for it. She's pretty excited about that. It'd be great to have a chat to Matty because that one there. And Lucas Keys, what is the margin at the end of that one? Comes through around about 6 seconds behind. Fododo just holds off Steve Crosby to the line for a top-notch podium here. P3 tonight. I think that was all about those pit stops for Shane Fododo. The consistency, the patience. Crosson for fourth. Firth coming home for a fifth. He will be absolutely pumped with that. That is a solid result. Gunther Rowe holds off Tony Spence and Costas Makrolos. P6, P7, P8. All quick succession across the line. And then Brandon Webley with that 32-second stop. Be wishing he had told the pit crew it was a 60-minute splash and dash, boys.
Yeah.
So Webley through to 9th. Bewley comes across for a 10th, top 10. And Danny Kim for P11. I still think that was an absolutely solid night there for Danny Kim. Results are just a little bit shuffling because I think we've got some guys leaving.
Oh, yeah, look, Danny Kim and McConnell, Clark, Goddard, really close to those. Henderson not too far behind, Ichikawa. The whole field, J-Man, like really,
fantastic.
Really close, like a really good, solid, clean race. With that's what
fantastic performances right through. I think that top,
impressive stuff to watch.
That top 10 was very, very impressive, but the total 28 drivers out there tonight, I think, put on a great show, and I think
definitely,
those who tuned in would have enjoyed that show because there were some fantastic battles going on throughout the night. And hey, look, we will get into it quickly because I know that these guys have got things and stuff, prizes to give away through across these channels. So I guess we won't wait too long, and we'll jump on there. I think we would have lost Lucas. I think
always
like to hang around and have a chat with the boys. So we will, I think, probably go straight to Shane Fododo. And we'll grab Shano down here and congratulate him on what was a very well-constructed race. I think it was all about the strategy. The pit stop was perfectly accurate. Shano, give us your take on what was, by our account, a fantastic night of racing for you.
Yeah, mate, that was good fun. I thought I pushed the boundaries a little bit in that pit stop. I come in a bit hot. I was expecting a drive through, but I was lucky.
Yeah, look, I was watching the speed limiter, and it looked like picture perfect, mate. Looks like you got it right down. It looked like 49ish, right on the line, maybe even 50, mate. So it did look a little quick, but however, the numbers look good, and I think there was a lot on that. We saw some guys running 32-second stops. I'm not sure if that's just a little bit of a discrepancy there where they didn't turn the tyres off or something like that, but it was all about those 5-second stops, Shano.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it was quick splash and dash, was 1 litre. You must have seen me hit the wall then on the way in.
Little bit of a tag there, mate. Little bit of a tag.
You weren't the only one, mate.
Yeah,
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, no, that outside wall there into the pit lanes had more hits than Elvis, mate. For sure, there was plenty of rubbing going on there. But hey, look, what was a very, very good qualifying, and then just looking at the start of that race, we were watching yourself with Crossland, and then also Nick Firth. He's your championship rival at the moment. Obviously, came into this round level on the points. And were you aware of those positions and where people were situated at that point of the race, Shane? Because it looked like there was a lot of patience applied there in the beginning.
Yeah, I saw the table. I knew it was pretty close. Yeah, I didn't really have much for Crossy. It was a good battle with him. But yeah, I could only really catch him on straights. He was too quick in the corners, really. But yeah, just got lucky, I think, with a good pit stop. And I don't know what happened to Webley, but unlucky.
Yeah, so I mean, we've got the luxury of hindsight sitting up here, mate. And at that point of time, you were the guy that went pretty early. You went the first out of, I guess, that three. Webley, Crossland, and yourself. And we saw those magical numbers come up of that 5-second stop. That was quite apparent because obviously Costas Makrolos did one early, and he was the quickest guy with a 5-second stop on the jacks and a 47 outright trundle through the lane. And I thought that'd have some importance on a 60-minute race with a splash and dash being well on the cards. Car's pretty comfortable to do A on fuel and B on tyres for a duration like that. So obviously you weren't probably aware of the numbers accurately, exactly how long that took. But look, there was a fair bit of measuring. The abacus was out for us going on there, and we knew that Webley had to do something special because even at that point, after you'd done that stop and he opted to go long, you guys were chewing anywhere from 2 to 6/10 of a second out of his lap times each one. So I think it was always going to be on the cards that the undercut with a 5-second stationary was going to do the business. So well done, Shano. Fantastic result. More importantly, got one up over Nick Firth as well. So just helps you on your way to an overall podium this season. Looking pretty good, mate.
Cheers, guys. Yep, I'll take that.
Cool, mate. Well, enjoy that one, Shano, and thanks for the chat, mates. And we'll catch you again shortly.
Cheers, buddy. Catch up.
Shane Friday. Thank you.
All right, so we shall grab our race winner, Miss Maddie, down here. Maddie T, you got us on comms?
Yeah, hey guys.
Mate, what a fantastic race. And just talk us through that, start, middle, and end. And obviously the end, your eyes would have lit up big time.
Yeah, I had no idea Lucas had a drive-through. So when I saw him in the pit and I went into P1, I was like, I just had no clue what was happening. So that was pretty good and shocking because I was just sliding all over that track all race and thinking I had nothing. So yeah, I don't know, I'm shocked.
And so a lot of pressure in the first phase of that race, certainly the first half of it, Maddie, with your old mate T-Fam right on the bumper there, and a little bit of paint exchange a couple of times I think we picked up on, but all's fair in love and war. You guys were going at it. It was certainly a good spectacle, but you would have you'd be wondering what happened there. T-Fam, we lost T-Fam sort of at one point through there, and it sort of freed you up to just focus on your own race. And obviously the car looked good out there, and you obviously felt comfortable. Davo informs me you're off the back of an injury.
I was sliding around thinking I had nothing, honestly. I don't know. Fam was way quicker than me, and I really lucked out with that one. And why is it always Fam, by the way? He always seems to rock up. But yeah, wrist injury, missed a few races, but all good now, and I'm back. So yeah.
Good stuff. And feeling comfy in the new car? You know, like you're saying you're sliding. The lap times were there. I saw plenty of 33s tonight, Matty. So race pace was there, and official practice times were there too. I saw you up the top end of the totem early in the piece. So look really good early. So obviously coming to grips with that car, albeit at a bit slidey, might be just what that car needs.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been prepping the Mustang for about 2 months now, so
Yep.
definitely not new to it. And yeah, it's the pace was definitely there. It's just the tires coming off. I didn't really know how to deal with that. Yeah, but quali pace, early race pace, pretty decent, I think.
Yeah, no, it looks like you're well accustomed to the opposite lock there, Matty. So look good from this point of view, mate. So well done. Congratulations. Any day you turn up here and you grab a race victory, you've done something pretty special. Irrespective of what happens, mate, you've got to be there. So
Absolutely.
enjoy that one, Matty, and thanks for that. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers,
See ya.
Matty.
Matty T.
All right, mate. Well done. Well done. There was one other guy I wanted to have a quick
Yeah, you do
chat
it.
to, mate, just based on the grounds.
Let's
that,
fill in the gaps here.
Yeah, so we'll see if we can get him down here and see if we can get him to turn on his mic. Danny Kim, you got us on comms?
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, mate. Look, I thought we'd grab you down here. I just had to hop on the Danny Kim fan bus tonight because I thought the performance overall
Yes, boy.
was very, very impressive. Starting from that quali, Dan, and then right through to the race. I thought, mate, what a fantastic night. Give us a bit of insight about what that was like for you and how you're feeling.
Oh yeah, can you hear me?
Got you, mate.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, totally unexpected. The quality I didn't set that time before, so that was a surprise. And
Okay.
yeah, towards the end of the race, the tires were giving up, so I was just barely managing with 3 track cuts. So I hung in there, and I'm really pleased with the result. Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, fantastic result. Once again, it bodes well. You know, just looking at the results throughout the season. You know, you really coming to terms with that car. Tonight, it looked like you deserved to be in that 10 all night. You were there or thereabouts, and
Yeah.
you know the quality time stuck in the beginning, but then you know there was multiple times I looked throughout that race, that 60-minute race, and you were just hovering right there, and always in a battle too, Dan. So you know it makes it that much more rewarding when you go and do that. So
Yeah,
look, just want to congratulate you on what I thought was a fantastic performance tonight.
Thanks, mate. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome, mate. Cheers for the chat.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Davo,
J-Man.
mate, it was a great round to come back on.
It was.
Appreciate all the chat there from the viewers. Yeah, fantastic. Got a smile on my dial, viewers. So really enjoyed that. Have missed it immensely.
Yes.
And it's great to be back.
Yes, we have all missed you, J-Man. Welcome to have you back, and awesome to have you back, should I say? And yes, onwards and upwards. Oh, look, what have we got next week? We have Red Bull Ring for you, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, 90-minute race.
Another great circuit.
So awesome stuff. Red Bull always delivers. Can't wait for that one. We are gonna thank obviously Rainlight Racing again for bringing an awesome event in their 2024 GT3 Series 7 here again tonight. J-Man, wow, Misano, round 6. We're over halfway through the season. It is ramping up. What a cracking night it has been tonight.
Fantastic.
If you haven't already, get over to Crossy's Twitch. You can watch these guys give away $50 to one of these drivers, and at the end of the year, these guys, with the help of SIMBLACKS, are going to give away a great set of the Sim Magic pedals, J-Man. Wow, these things are awesome. P1000s, mate, the top-notch stuff. Look, next week. See you all then.
Thank you.
Bye for now.